did they never open again?
Hifumi's eyes.
Oh, I was thinking it was like a chain of cafes, like restaurants they were trying to open, but
wasn't
successful, so they had to never open it again.
Hifumi's eyes is actually the name of a set of jeweled lockets.
All right.
I was thinking more like Tower Records. They never opened again.
We're gonna go see if we can find the 7 Hifumi's eyes, so we can unlock the ultimate super boss, the secret boss to Danganronpa.
Ooh, yeah.
And then we'll see how that goes. Anyway, welcome back.
Welcome back.
I think we got to do some more leveling before we go to the secret boss.
Yeah.
Turns out the secret boss just wants that hand bra.
Good to know. At least somebody's going to get some use out of it.
All right. Death for the second time.
Death.
That seems like a kind of fantastic and yet awful mystery novel title.
Yeah.
Death for the second time.
Absolute, undeniable death.
That's
Sounds
the
like
sequel.
a much worse mystery novel.
This is when the author's starting to run out of ideas.
No matter how many more of Hina's tears splashed onto his face.
Ew. It's starting to, run.
There was no second miracle. Reality set in again.
Go try and cry on Taka.
This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality.
It did for a second. Shut up.
Just leave the room. Just leave the room for a bit.
You have no tears. Wow.
All right, very good. Celeste had an episode there, but she's all right now.
No blood in your veins, no calcium in your bones. At least you have your meat.
Delicious, delicious meat.
Stop talking.
You're just angry. Going out of his way to return just to leave us with this unnecessary dying words.
I believe he fingered Hero.
Yeah. Now this game has become exceedingly boring.
He said, Yasuhiro, right?
Then perhaps...
Also, wow.
You just did this like two...
I've
What has
been,
happened in the 5 minutes since the last episode?
blanked on
Bring it up an octave, I think it'll help.
Excellent. Yes, Yasuhiro Sakura. This is the only person he could have been referring to.
There you go, you got it.
There we go. And with that, the case is solved.
I see. Byakuya is screwing up Celeste's voice. That's
Exactly,
what's
it's the
going
back and forth between the two of them that's that's right. Assaulting people, even killing Taka and Fumi.
on. Oh, assaulting people. That's not what I heard.
Salting people?
yeah. It's like, there is a cannibal amongst us. This is how we learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going so far as to hide their bodies.
Not well.
Criminal that hides his face behind a mask. Uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers.
They could have come from anywhere.
Is that what Hero is?
Yep, let's go to the class trial.
If it's true, I can't forgive him. No way I can ever forgive him.
That's okay, Hina. That's you're
No,
allowed
that's
to
fair,
not
fair.
forgive murderers.
To kill 2 of our friends.
That's fine.
Anyway, it's about time we track down the culprit in a little life or death game here. Although, this time it's not all that life or death. This trial will conclude without much trouble.
Indeed, it is him.
Yes, it does look that way. It's going to begin again.
Yes, Makoto.
We have to go through this one more time.
And you're still missing 2 people. There's been no sign of Hiro or Kyoko.
Yeah. Have to accept it. No choice but to go through with this. Make sure everyone survives.
Except for the murderer.
Except for the murderer.
Except for the murderer.
And the 2 people who already haven't survived.
And whoever inevitably gets Junko'd.
Yeah. But to make sure a large percentage of people survive. Of the people already surviving.
A percentage of people.
I make sure.
I'm gonna get out of here alive.
Yes. I just have to do it.
He's gonna get out a pad of paper and a pencil and do the math on how many people he can save.
First, I'd better check the Monokuma file. Victims were Fumi Yamada and Kyutaka Ishimaru. Cause of death for each was a blow to the head.
Why not call Ishimaru?
It's thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon.
I think the Ishimaru 4 was one of the ships that almost sunk in 1991 during the perfect storm, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go check. Yeah. Go ahead.
That's it?
Very strange.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before. This is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happens in the Monokuma file good anyway. Maybe.
Well, there's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while.
Are you talking about Kyoko?
And Hiro.
Perhaps.
Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice?
An accomplice?
An accomplice?
What are you doing here?
Monokuma!
Don't be rude.
orders!
I'm here to answer your question.
What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right?
Accomplice?
Accomplice? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
In other words,
So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
Oh, did Toko help Byakuya?
So then.
That would be really gross. So are you saying nobody worked together this time either?
hey,
Sorry, can't answer that. That would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys.
I guess it could be Hina and Sakura.
I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder, only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
Not even a tote bag?
Okay, they can get a tote bag, and then we'll cut off their head and put it in the tote
In
bag.
other words,
Then we need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal.
well,
Okay. Let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is
extreme!
the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action.
The true blackened? So just one person?
Well now,
That's enough for explainifying. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck to all the contestants.
You alright over there, Phil?
We'll be fine. He'll probably be gone for a little bit.
So there can only be one blackened. An accomplice wouldn't benefit. We should probably ask Monokuma some follow-up questions.
Oh God, no!
And I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right.
If that's true, then Kyoko, where are you?
So so we're clearly being led in the direction of there being an accomplice. So we've got to have somebody who is so desperately in love with the other person that they're willing to sacrifice themselves so that they may go on and be happy. Here we're looking at a possibility of Toko or Byakuya. Ugh.
Yeah, that's definitely,
Or Sakura would sacrifice herself for Hina. As long as she's not connected to the case. It doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation. But she could have, like, broken her leg or something. I mean, she's not
Like,
dead.
limping to the nurse's office. Absolutely no doubts that Hiro is responsible. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information.
So,
You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone as suspect, just in case? I'm talking about the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack.
That's a fair question. We do have a serial killer.
Speaking of which,
I'm offended.
when did you?
Oh. I've been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. I've been having nothing to do but sit around plotting your horrible, horrible, gruesome death.
There was some editorializing there.
She has note cards.
he was such a bop for a second.
Anyway, you there, milk sack swimmer girl.
Milk sack?
You gotta be kidding!
Why do I gotta be a suspect? Oh.
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer.
What?
So what? I'm like a special guest subject every time. I have an alibi, you know.
She's right about that.
Ew.
When we heard Ifumi scream, she was with me.
Ew.
And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room.
As far as we know.
Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body.
Yep.
Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. Don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about.
let's
Serial killer.
see.
Right. On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again.
So then.
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina?
Sure. I'd be totally useless on the investigation anyway.
Oh,
It's all clear now.
then that's that. Let's begin. This whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right?
Sometimes you can go back in time.
But
Turn back in time.
if I could find a way. Maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's gonna be as straightforward as it seems. Truth bullets!
Monokuma file number 3 has been added to your truth bullet section of your handbook.
Alright, so...
Start with the missing hammers.
Quick
One.
use wall of hammers. There are hammers of all different size hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets.
Intriguingly, we're missing 4 of them.
Mallets? Could the Justice hammers have been designed using these as a model?
He's so close, yet he's so wrong.
Like, or could someone have just taken these and like painted them?
With those paintbrushes
The
right
paintbrush is
next
right
to
there.
it.
Either way, all of the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. The school should really invest in some new hammers. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait.
Wait for it.
For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all. And it's wet. Ew. Did someone wash it recently? Truth
This
bullets!
spotless hammer has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. That is intriguing, actually.
Yeah,
All of them are accounted for, right?
yeah. So there's the 5th hammer.
There's some just weird shit going on here.
Yeah. Okay, talking to people.
Oh, we have to look at Taka's body.
What's in that over there? Oh, that's Fumi. That's Fumi. I thought.
No, there was something behind him. Too.
Yeah. Fumi's big, cold body's laying on the floor. Technically lying on the floor because he's a person, not an object. His really big body.
This is not a time to be fat shaming.
I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? Was there like a forklift in the warehouse or something?
Now's not the time to work on your stand-up, Makoto.
The nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository.
Which is up 3 flights.
It's up 3
stairs,
flights,
I mean.
2 flights of stairs, yeah. All the way from the 4th floor to the 3rd. All without anyone noticing it.
Because he went back in time.
How the hell? It's no good. I just don't get it.
Well, we'll just go straight to the class trial.
Yeah, I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself.
Well, after what we went through with Chihiro, get out the gloves.
Is it possible that what he was wearing, he was asking to be murdered?
Ooh.
If I remember correctly, Fumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying in the floor in the nurse's office. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling?
So sudden and new?
Tingly? Something's different. Something about Fumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now.
I actually don't know what they're referring to.
Doppelganger? I don't know.
It's a very popular theory right now.
That's it. His glasses. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But now, they're completely clean. Okay, so now my weird itching, like, it's Hifumi is doing some weird like murder botched suicide thing, where like Hifumi did it and he's trying.
What if there's a suicide? How does that work with the blackened?
Maybe Hifumi's not really dead and he's able to just like he's studied some sort of Zen trance thing, so we all think he's dead, and then we all accuse someone else. We're all wrong, and he gets off with it because he's blackened.
That would be really cool. I'd almost like to see him succeed at that.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense. You know, he cleaned his glasses because the only way to be able to see to get up the stairs.
You know, this isn't as far out of the realm of possibility.
You know, if anyone would stage the weird, you know, robot thing and the comic hammers, it would definitely be Hifumi.
Yeah?
I'm just saying.
Huh.
Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off?
But didn't Celeste witness him being attacked by Robo Justice, dude?
That's true. Yeah, she got it on the camera. So there had to be someone...
Could there have been an accomplice there?
Accomplice for that, yeah. Who would do that? And why?
Hifumi's glasses has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook.
Truth Bullets!
Thought we got away with one there.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
No! Oh! You remember you can move the camera to get Fumi's body out of the way.
Oh, we really got to go through the whole thing.
Don't
again?
forget,
Wow.
glasses were clean.
Glasses are clean.
Kodo
Wipe your glasses
Naegi, Ace Detective.
Maybe that'll do it. There we go. It's a dolly.
Hello, Dolly.
Thank you. It doesn't have a handle. Saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around.
Or bodies.
It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh? But wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
Why does it look so
Where?
tiny?
Yeah.
It was over in the corner.
It
It's the
was
boxes, but it was like...
It looked like a skateboard. And look at the wheel. I mean, look at it.
so round.
There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository.
Work with us, Makoto.
It's probably unrelated to the case.
What's the explanation
Oh
for
my
that?
god, Makoto!
Truth bullets!
The repository dolly has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. I think that's...
Ooh, anything over here? Okay.
We could talk to... Have we talked to everybody?
Let's talk to these two and then viewing Taka's
Yeah,
body.
we gotta look at Taka's body.
Gotta
at some
look
point.
at Taka's
Look
body.
at Taka's body.
Taka. He'll never move again.
Thanks for rubbing it in, Makoto.
According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head.
Well, the Monokuma file does say that Hifumi's dead. Didn't it?
It did.
Yeah,
Okay,
or
so
something,
it wouldn't be, in theory, it wouldn't be lying. That would be...
Yeah, I'd say basically, unless it's... In order to pull this off, he'd have to have some, like, return from technically dead trick up his sleeve. Not saying it's not weird, but... This game, I'm also about to say a line about Justice Hammer 4, so... We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? There's a tarp laid out under his body. It's a tarp.
Wow.
Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved.
Blue tarp has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook.
Truth bullets!
Good, there's a lot this episode.
Oh yeah.
So,
Hey, Makoto? I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository.
Huh? What is it?
After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
but
I feel so much safer with her.
And we came right to the repository too, you know? Look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside.
It was locked?
Yeah, you tried it yourself.
Oh yeah.
And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here.
Unless they can turn back time.
So if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now?
I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. Might be some secret lurking in there. I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out.
Hint. Hint.
Burst!
There are many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
All right, I guess I'll just have to flash back the entire game.
So then,
Would you like my help? Yes!
Yes. Yeah, let's look back on things.
This morning, only 4 of us met up in the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up. So we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. And soon after we split up...
Soon after we
Oh,
split
sorry.
up, Kyoko disappeared.
After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me.
According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour.
That would have been 7 o'clock.
In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her. Meaning just after 7 o'clock.
Okay, good. You got there, Makoto.
Yeah. Time.
Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo-Justice. It also became clear that this Robo-Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailants. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
What's wrong? Saw a shadow. Something moving around at the top of the stairs. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the 2nd floor, where we split up and began searching. Then, right after that...
Celeste screamed. This time she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor.
Celeste, what's wrong?
That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, this strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
And then,
Huh?
What was that?
It came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi! He's in the nurse's office.
Makoto's now making fun of
I'm Celeste.
Sorry, John, you're having a hard time with
Yep,
it.
I realized halfway through that line, I'm like, yep, too bad. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. Sorry, Celeste.
We'll call the act of taking on someone else's voice the Makoto Naegi syndrome.
At that point, we decided to split up into 2 groups.
I feel like we should be taking notes.
Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect up on the 3rd floor. And when we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi's corpse. Which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play.
Oh, wait, he was also like... Celeste was able to like order him around like nobody's business.
That is true.
So she dragged him up and got him to, got him up there somehow. Maybe not drag, but anyway.
Yeah.
And he was able to, finger somebody else right at the end. Anyway.
Yeah.
Something weird's going on with Celeste in all of this.
Yeah. I left Celeste and Hina alone and head back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what had happened.
However,
But at that time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. Which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time.
So, technically the body discovery announcement could have referred to Taka and not Hifumi. Or maybe.
Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka. Well, if Hifumi hadn't been dead yet at that point...
Yeah. And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi been killed, right? And you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Hifumi's body has disappeared.
Yep, that was Celeste.
Yep. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was, in fact, gone.
Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. That was Sakura laughing while she was thinking about it.
Yes. Ah, good times. This can't be happening.
Are we hallucinating all of this or something?
This time, Taka's body had disappeared. So from there, we began our search for both of the missing bodies. And after some time...
Celeste told us she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository.
And there we rediscovered the two bodies that had apparently vanished. And that brings us up to now. It's the best I've ever been at remembering things.
However,
Looking back, things have certainly been very active.
You're telling me that's a lot of stairs.
If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime.
Okay.
All right, so now that we have a good summary of the case in our heads, it's time to end this episode. Actually, have we talked to Byakuya yet?
No, I don't think so, no.
Screw it. Let's talk to him and then we can call it.
And then call it, yeah. He'll finish out
Finish
the room.
this room, yeah.
Yeah. Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? No, I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. Idiot. Moron. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi.
Although, Kyoko disappeared long before people started dying, so...
Yeah. And the last thing Hifumi had said when he died...
Are we really gonna flashback?
Yeah, he said Hiro's name.
Okay, good.
They heard you and I said, no, not this time.
And then there was no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Besides, have you met Hiro? Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kind of dumb.
Coming from Makoto.
Makoto. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
What?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case?
Well, that and the double murder.
Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? I probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation.
There's not that big a school.
But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? And again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why do hot dogs come? No, Makoto. Why'd they bother killing two people?
What?
Because all the rule says is, if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So, if you're the killer, your number one priority is not getting caught. But killing two people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps. I see. So that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as we're friends. Huh? What's with the attitude?
He's a jerk.
But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all.
Can't we just tie him up and gag him and leave him somewhere? as a gift to Toko. She'd like that.
Yeah. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository.
I've never heard of a room like this referred to as a repository before. Is it just me?
I don't know. I've been paying attention. There's that picture on the wall that looks like a penguin, but with a kid's face. And I just can't stop looking at it.
Yeah, I caught it in the out of the corner of my eye before, and I'm like, oh, it's a porg.
Oh, porgs.
Delicious.
Shh. Porgs are beautiful.
They're delicious.
He talked as if he'd figured something out. If he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was?
No, but he's an asshole, so...
All right, there we go. Now we're gonna roast up some porgs. Have a snack. And we'll be back in just a little bit.
Just a wee bit.